Well, welcome everybody to what is a really important game, which is going to be played here in conditions somewhat suboptimal. The rain is falling heavily, the players are feeling it on their backs, and soon the pitch will be evidently much wetter than is perfect. It's going to be a test for all involved. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Looking for options for movement. Shot could be on. He's got full. Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vitinha and Mendes. And it's Vitinha. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Kante does well to get it back. Paris Saint-Germain yet to have an attempt on goal. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Le Havre look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
And we have our very first corner. Mbappe goes short. And here's Mbappe.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
That pass isn't the best. Vitinha. Hakimi. Nuno Mendes. And it's Thiago Silva. Here's Vitinha. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Can he finish? He's forced to go back. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. So what can they make of this? Out towards the flank. Great run on the overlap here. Cross goes in there. He rises! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! It It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And a chance!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Hakimi tries making a foray down the right. It's a goal kick. Le Havre looking to pass their way through. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, look at the space here. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. And he's picked it up out wide. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Paris Saint-Germain are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
Et merci d'accueillir nos joueurs sur le terrain.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Le Havre finding their passes. Dembele.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Nicely spread.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Rabiot. And it's Vitinha. Rabiot. Now, what about a counter-attack? Looking for the run. That looks a good ball through. Look at and the finish! It's in! Love! Back in business! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Le Havre grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this one always did feel hard to predict, and that's exactly how it looks like turning out.
Great defending, strong and determined. Mbappe, and this is Ibrahimovic, and the shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And he's only too happy to take that back. This looks promising.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's managed to get free. That's tidy. Paris Saint-Germain are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Lovely bit of skill. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Ibrahimovic. Is there any support? He might not need it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Can he get it through? Lovely ball, and the shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Le Havre choosing to make the first change. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
Now it's Mbappe. That's really well manoeuvred.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Samata. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Ibrahimovic. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That looks a cracking ball. And he's there to get it away. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change. Vitinha.
Oh, super ball. Good take, and is he in?
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
He's beaten the last big chance! Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
And there goes the final whistle. A shrug, a rueful stare at his counterpart, but the manager knows... So here we are, the match that many consider to be French football's ultimate game. PSG against Marseille is a contest of contrasts. Nouveau riche against the old guard, you might even say. Whatever the background, however, the personnel on the pitch and the passion in the stands should ensure that this is a cracker. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So here we go then, with two clubs who have had such a large share of success in French football in the recent past, but whose roots could barely be any more different.
Well, two teams that are a lot further away than normal derbies, shall we say, but it's one of these games that you know will get fiery no matter what happens, as there are so many underlying factors, Peter, as to how this rivalry came into prominence. It's almost impossible not to when there's a political and economic edge to it all.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. In he goes again! He's done it!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Paris Saint-Germain penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Now it's Gundogan. Paris Saint-Germain leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Emerson. Gomez. Thiago Silva defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Gomez. Now it's Dembele. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival. Højbjerg.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Dembele shapes to shoot, and the keeper couldn't hold it. He has done it. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And here's Gomez. Greenwood! There's a goal! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Greenwood is second in the league scoring charts. We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Greenwood in with the challenge. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Greenwood. Showing great feet there. And it's Murillo. Engages and forces him off the ball. Neymar. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Højbjerg. Back to the keeper it goes. Aguirre. Højbjerg does well to get it back. So what can they make of this? And it's Emerson. He's found the way through, and it's made its way to him. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Paris Saint-Germain heading towards the half-time break. The win very much in their sails. Vermeeren. And here's Aubameyang. Pass is just off target. Neymar. And that is as far as they're going to go. And the counter is on.
Oh, great feat, that.
Gomez. Chance to deliver. And he's there to belt it away. Now it's Greenwood.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps
Greenwood
additionnel.
plays it in. And another try! Oh, that was extravagant by any standard.
Well, you've got to admire the confidence and the agility. Wasn't too far off either.
Distributed tidily. Greenwood. And there is the half-time whistle. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Paris Saint-Germain are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. And he's in on goal! Mbappe. Pavard. Greenwood, given the lift of his goal. Marquinhos clears it away. Now it's Aubameyang. Gomez. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Chance for a shot! Oh, no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully. Paris Saint-Germain really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
Emerson is only bettered by one man in terms of assists this season. Vitinha, and it's Gundogan. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. That's good play. Looking to play him in. There's the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Changement pour l'Olympique de Marseille. Le numéro 14.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Aims beyond the defence. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Vitinha. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's picked his way. Decent chance! And again! Højbjerg. Fuma. And it's where? Dembele. Some good work on the right flank here. Vitinha. Ibrahimovic. Where? Oh, they've broken out here, and this could be the moment. Thiago Silva with the foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Changement pour l'Olympique de Marseille. Le numéro 8. À sa place, le numéro 20.
Aguirre. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Mbappe. Just the keeper to beat. Can he finish? Traore. Fuma. Murillo. Greenwood. Gundogan. Vitinha will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Greenwood tries to pass it through.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's had a shot! Højbjerg. Ibrahimovic running with the ball. And he's there to make the block.
Changement.
Paris Saint-Germain with the corner. They're first. They've played it short. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good move. Real chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And again they hit the front. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Après 84 minutes de jeu.
And yes, it's him again.
Ibrahimovic.
Paris Saint-Germain get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Oh, well played. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Now it's Fuma. Now it's where muscular approach does pay off here. That'll be a throw. Di Maria. And Coman. He's shifting through the gears here. Coman proves just a little bit, and he shoots! That should do it! Within sight of the finish line. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Paris Saint-Germain could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
No foul, says the referee. Now it's Weir. And we're done. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people. Ibrahimovic voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We have already started here. Lovely ball and a shot at goal! And one more try! And that is doing no harm at all. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Oh, good spread. Driving forward, has a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Good ball, Vitinha! Vitinha! It's oh, he's been caught on it here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
This looks promising. And he's surging through. Mbappe. There's the shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Paris Saint-Germain have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Throw it. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Oh, that's fabulous. Shot could be on. And a chance! Just off target.
Masso is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Thiago Silva. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Over to the left.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Takes a shot! And he's heaved it away. Couldn't squeeze it through. Vitinha. And here's Mbappe. Look at this, it's Di Maria!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Stood up well to him there. Di Maria. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Paris Saint-Germain really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, what a climb! He can get that clear. Now there's a fine ball. There is Mbappe! And he hits the net. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Conte. Played into the middle, he rises! No, not the best of headers.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Now it's Namaso. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Paris Saint-Germain ahead 2-0, and they are looking good.
Que tout le monde accueille chaleureusement nos joueurs sur le terrain.
And we're off again. Now it's Namaso. Vitinha. Played back in. He's having a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Vitinha. Ibrahimovic. Oh, lovely feed. It's Ibrahimovic! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Conte. Played through into space. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, shooting chance! Decent chance, made possible by a very decent ball.
Oh, he may have snatched at that, Peter. The ball came in at a pace, and at a good height too. He only needed to redirect it.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Real chance! And he's there to belt it away. PSG on the counter-attack. Hakimi. He is through here. And they're quick to get it back. Namaso. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Mbappe, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Namaso gets into a good position.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And now they can clear their lines. Pinches it off him. It's a good ball out wide. Plenty to aim at here.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Can he get on the end of this? He's found a way through. Nice control. Mbappe.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And they're back on the ball again. Paris Saint-Germain have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done. That looks a decent ball. Takes aim and crosses. Thiago Silva with the clearance.
Auxerre truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
It's a promising position. Keeper has taken decisive action. Forwards and with intent. He's shifting through the gears here. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And that will be it. Paris Saint-Germain can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally.